Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bella and today we're going to be doing another get ready with me. It's super early in the morning, which is why I kind of sound a little bit stuffy, but I have another ortho appointment today to get my Invisalign checked up on, and I figured why not record myself getting ready for you guys, because you guys love get ready with me's and always ask for them. So if you guys are interested in watching me get ready, then please keep on watching. As always, I'm gonna start with my skincare, and I'm just gonna be using some moisturizer because I don't really do that much for my skincare. And I'm gonna be using this CeraVe moisturizer. This is nice, has SPF in it and not greasy at all. I know some people wanted to know if this was a greasy product, but I don't think it's greasy, and I have really oily skin, so I think that's saying a lot. Also, I know some people are kind of curious about my new skincare routine because, I mean, let's just ignore this for a second on my nose, but to be honest, my skin has been looking a little bit dewy, a little bit clear, so I wanted to do more of like a natural glam today just because I'm not going anywhere special, but I do want to look cute enough for pictures. So for brows today, I'm going to be using the Benefit Goof Proof pencil, and this one's in the shade 6, just like a dark brown, and I'm just trying to get my eyebrows filled in a little bit quickly because I'm a little bit in a rush, not really. All right, so the brows are filled in and now we can finally conceal them. I'm also gonna do that off camera just because self-explanatory. Conceal your brows the way you want to conceal your brows, but again, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so the brows are concealed and finished, so now we can move on to the face makeup. And I've actually been following a new kind of routine, and it's a lot of drugstore products, so I'm pretty sure that you guys are gonna enjoy it. Alright, so I'm gonna start off by priming with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and this primer is pretty good because it's really inexpensive and it works pretty well for the price that you get it for. And it works well in general, but the fact that you can get it for such a low price is a plus, obviously. But I like this primer because it fills the pores and it makes my makeup look really good, given I've only used it with like one foundation, but with that one foundation it looks spectacular. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour full coverage. Is it full coverage? Yes ma'am, it's full coverage foundation, and this one's in the shade 128. It looks a little bit dark, but when we get it all blended out with the concealer and stuff, it looks nice. So I'm definitely a 2-pump kind of gal. Alright, so the foundation is all blended out, and now we can move on to the concealer. And for the concealer, I'm going to be using the Born This Way Too Faced Concealer, and I'm also going to be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And I'm kind of going to do a little bit, I lied. It's not going to be a lighter routine, but it's just going to look like less makeup. I like to mix these two because the e.l.f. one makes the Too Faced one a little bit lighter, so it's more brightening for the under eyes. And then I like to use the Too Faced one because it's really hydrating and has nice coverage. Now I'm going to move on to setting my face. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. I like to use this in the shade Fair Light. It's kind of like a neutral tinted powder. There's different shades you can buy, but I like this one because it's really brightening, and this powder actually is really good. It makes my makeup last all day, and I don't know if it's just because it's paired with this foundation, but this combination of primer and foundation and concealer and everything together, this base, spectacular. It looks amazing, especially in photos. Super full coverage in my opinion. But I'm just gonna set my whole entire face. It's actually really hot outside now. It's like probably in the 120s already. Disgusting, but I mean, yeah, I'm kind of thankful that I don't have to be going out with this quarantine and stuff because it's really hot anyways, and it's just easier not to like go through all that process of sweating and getting nasty. Anyone who lives in Arizona can relate. I know they can. I'm gonna go ahead and powder the rest of my face, and I also drag that powder onto the neck Since the powder is brightening, it kind of lightens the foundation a little bit, but I mean, it does it enough to the point where it actually matches me, so I kind of appreciate that about this powder. So bronzer, I'm just gonna use the Balm bronzer like normal. This one's in the shade Tony. I don't think they make this shade anymore, but this bronzer is bomb, and they have other shades too that you guys can buy. But I'm just gonna pinch my brush a little bit. I do this when I want to get like a quick contour, so I'm just gonna like suck in my cheekbones just to kind of see where it's placed, and then I'm gonna get the product more on like the side of the brush, if you guys can see, and then I'm gonna press it into my cheekbone and then start to blend out. And then with my nose, I like to really contour the hell out of the bottom of it, and then I'll just bring up the little like ballpoint shape and create that on the tip of my nose. I do this differently sometimes, it just depends. It really doesn't make a difference how it looks any way that I do it, but then I like to connect this on the sides, and then always come up into here, into the inner corner eye socket, because that's where the shadow should blend out into. It should never just stop right here, and then bam, your nose. I'm also going to take some of that bronzer onto the sides of my nostrils a little bit, just to, you know, size those down. And I'm gonna take the Fit Me Loose powder and my sponge that's damp, and I'm gonna press that into the sides of my nose, and I'm just gonna clean up this line. And I kind of like to bring the powder down here into like a V shape. I feel like it makes a difference. It may not, but I feel like it does. And then of course I'm gonna cut out the button tip and also the bridge, just to highlight it a little bit. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with my bronzer, clean it up a little bit. So while that's sitting, I'm gonna do my eye makeup, and for my eye makeup I'm just gonna do something really simple and really cute because I kind of want to try on some contacts today. So I'm going to be using this Dose of Color Sassy Sienna's palette, and it has a few shades in here. It's not like a super huge palette, but these are just really cute, essential peachy brown shades. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this shade right here. This shade is called Foxy, and it's just a little brown neutral shade. And I'm gonna start by placing that all over my lid and then blend it out, kind of like a smoky eye. And by the time we're done blending this, it's really just gonna look like a wash of color, which is what I'm going for. Alright, so that's what that shade looks like, just thrown on the lid and then blend it out. And I'm going to go ahead and add another shade to my lid. So this shade is completely optional to add. Again, I'm just adding it because I like pink. But I'm going to go ahead and use this shade Bossy right here, which is just like a little peachy color. And I'm going to throw that onto my lid. I'm mostly focusing that on the inner front of my eyelid though, not really bringing it out too much onto the outer half. So once that's kind of blended out into the look, we can move on to kind of the last step. And I'm gonna go ahead and use a brown eyeshadow to kind of create like a liner. So for this liner, I'm gonna take a little angled brush, and this is a Sigma E65 brush. And I'm gonna take this shade on the end called Stay Sassy, which is a dark like chocolate brown. And I'm gonna create the wing for my liner. Just get a little bit closer for you guys. And I'm gonna take this out and kind of not really make it too perfect, but just so that it can elongate my eye. And I'm gonna connect that to my lid. And then once I kind of have the shape of the wing already, I can go in with a different brush and finish the lid. I'm just gonna take a little dome brush and I'm gonna put that all on to my lash line, and I'm just gonna smoke out this eyeshadow into the peach shade that we have onto the lid a little bit and make sure it's blended out. And I'm also gonna make my wing a little bit bigger just because it doesn't really match. And if you mess up at all like this, you can just take some concealer and clean it up. And then I'm just gonna connect this liner to my inner corner to finish off the liner. All right, so that's what the liner looks like. I'm not gonna do, you know, any more to it because I feel like it looks fine like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this into the other eye, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm done with the eyeliner. I kind of made it a little bit longer than it was before I left, but it's all finished now, and now we can do, you know, the lashes. All right, so lashes are finally on, and these are from Lily Lashes in the style Hollywood. These are really cute. So now it's time to wipe away that bake. I'm gonna finish up the under eye, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with that dark brown that we used to do the liner. And I'm gonna smudge that all along the lower lash line really quickly. And I'm also gonna connect it up to this eyeliner on the outer edge as I'm blending it. I'm really only focusing this dark brown on the outer half of my eye. And then I'm gonna take this first brown shade that we used, and I'm also gonna run that along the lower lash line just to help blend out that brown really quick. And I'm also going to bring it in further than I did the dark brown. And that's that. I'm going to use my normal Note blush in the Desert Rose shade that I always use. And I'm going to put that on here. So I also bring that onto my temples a little bit, and a little bit on my jaw, and a whole lot of it on my nose. Usually run that across the tip of my nose, and then I'll like very slightly connect the two, but not really a lot, just a tad bit. And then just to brighten up my under eyes a little bit more, I'm going to take this Frankie Rose contouring palette, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This is the shade Doll Face, and I'm just going to place that right all underneath my under eye, up in this area, just to brighten it. My sister just brought me food, so I'm going to taste it. These are rosemary potatoes. Ma'am. All right, so the last step is going to be highlight for the face, and I'm going to use my trusty Gilded Honey from Laura Geller. As always, I love this highlighter. And then last but not least, we're going to put some on the nose, some on the Cupid's bow, and then of course some in the inner corner as well. I like to put my inner corner highlight really high up into this like socket area, put it right here, and then carve out kind of in contrast to that nose contour that we put down earlier up in this space. So I wanted to play around with some colored contacts, and recently I just got a bunch of new ones from my EOTD. This stands for my eye of the day, and look how cute this box is. I just want to give a quick shout out to them. Thank you guys for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into these contacts. I'm actually gonna wash my hands before I start, because you never want to put on contacts with dirty hands. That's number one thing. So I want to start off with the first pair, which is in the shade Lime Green, and these are from the brand Desire. I already opened these, as you can see, because I used them in a makeup look on my Instagram recently, and surprisingly they were very comfortable in comparison to a lot of the other contacts that I've worn. I really like that about these. They also gave me this little container with like a bunch of contact cases, which is where I'm keeping the Lime Green pair, and it also comes with a little pincher for them, as well as an applicator. I'm pretty sure these are for like hard contacts, so I wouldn't really use these, but I'm gonna quickly throw these on and I'm gonna show you guys what they look like. I'm also gonna show you guys how I apply them, because I know a lot of people are curious about how to apply these with acrylic nails, especially when they're so long. So of course I'm just gonna get these things out. And for anyone who's never had contacts before, the liquid in here is contact solution. You never want to use water or anything like that, it'll dry out your contacts. So you guys can buy solution at like Walmart or really any pharmacy. And for me, I like to put this, I'm not flipping you off, but I like to put the contact on the side of my finger. If I use the pads on my fingers, there's a chance that I'll stab my eye. So I like to just use the side of it, and I'll very gently pull down my eye a little bit. And I'm gonna look back with my eyeball while it's being pulled down. And I'm just gonna like pop this on there, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. And there we go. So as you can see, I already look like, you know, kind of another person with the brown, not the brown, I'm sorry, with the green contact on. And I'm gonna pop in the other one. And that has to probably be the smoothest, you know, contact application that I've ever gone through, because like I said, a lot of the other contacts that I have are very painful to put on, and these ones don't feel like anything at all really. They also come in prescriptions. If you guys are blind like me and you need a little bit of a prescription, they make them with prescriptions. So yeah, here's what those lime green contact lenses look like. These are super cute. I don't know how else to like show you guys them up close, but I'm gonna take these out. So the next color I'm gonna try on are from the same brand, Desire, except these are in the color Ocean Blue. And blue contacts really make like the biggest difference, honestly, because my eyes are brown and they're the biggest contrast. So again, I'm just gonna do the same thing. Oh wow. Usually blue contacts make me look very scary, but these actually make me look kind of cute. All right, so that's what they look like with both of them on, and honestly, they look pretty damn cute. So let's move on to another pair. These ones aren't natural, but I'm really curious to try them on because they're pink, and these are the BTS Boy With Love contacts. So here's what the little contacts look like, and this actually came with a card. So all my little K-pop lovers, all my little BTS lovers, go and check these contacts out because look at I don't know who this is on here. My sister-in-law could probably tell me, but it's like a holographic card. Anyways, I'm gonna try on these pink ones, and they're in the shade Pink Soul, I think. Soul Pink. These are like purple. I'm shook. I want to see what these look like. I've never had lenses that are not natural colors except for like white lenses. But I mean, that was a long time ago, and even white lenses are kind of scary. So I'm excited to see these. Oh my god! Very interesting. Now, in comparison to the other lenses that I've tried on, these ones are the least natural of all of them, obviously. So I applied this one. So there's what both of the pink ones look like. These are really cute. I'm not gonna lie, I really like these. So yeah, these are the Soul Pink from the BTS contacts on their website. By the way, if you guys are interested in checking out any of these contacts, I'll have them linked in the description box. And if you want to get them, the shipping is actually pretty quick. So that's definitely a plus. Also, these contact cases, I didn't even mention it before. I mean, you guys saw them, but they're cool because you can see through them and see which contacts are in there. So like, that's freaking cool. So I'm only gonna try on one more pair of these contacts, and these are the Canna Rose Olive Green contact lenses. And I picked these ones out to try on because green is really flattering on me. When I wear green contacts, I have a whole nother boost of confidence. Brown eyes are beautiful, but sometimes I just don't want to have brown eyes. Yeah, these are in the shade Olive Green. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I'm gonna put these on really quickly and show you guys what they look like. I feel like the camera is not really picking it up, but they actually do look green. They just don't look like a really light green because the shade is olive green. All right. So there's what those look like with both of them on, and to be honest, they're really pretty, but they just like don't show up in this light really well. As I'm looking in my vanity mirror, you can actually see the green a lot more, so I might just keep these on actually because they're very subtle and natural looking, which is the best thing for contacts, I feel like. So yeah, let's move on to lipstick. But like I said, guys, if you guys are interested in any of those contacts, I'll have them linked in the description box. So for lipstick, I'm gonna go in with the NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Truffle. And honestly, I probably won't do that much lipstick because I'm gonna be at the orthodontist and they're gonna be in my mouth, you know, taking like impressions and stuff for my Invisalign, which is gonna suck, but I don't really want to give them too much to like mess up. I'm just gonna do liner. Okay, so I fixed the light and I feel like you can kind of see the olive green contacts a little bit better in this light. I'm also just gonna fade out this lip liner into my natural lip color. Like I said, I'm not doing lipsticks there. All right, so that's what that lip liner looks like on. All right, I'm gonna throw on a little bit of lipstick and I'm gonna use the NYX lipstick in the shade Dainty Days. And that's that. We're gonna do some setting spray and then we can do my hair. And I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Ultra Matte Setting Spray. And I will wait for that to dry. Alrighty, so now I just gotta straighten my hair and we'll be good to go. Alright, so starting by brushing it out, of course. And to straighten my hair, it's pretty straightforward. It's honestly pretty simple. I just take my hair and part it into two like this, bring it to the front, and I start straightening because, you know, my hair is already straight. This is my hair a little bit blow dried. This is my natural texture. You guys can see I have like a little bit of wave right here. I think everyone's cowlicks have waves though. It just doesn't grow like pinned straight from my head. I like to use the Remington Wet to Straightener. I mentioned this in my drugstore Get Ready With Me, but this is just a straightener that I use, and I usually start off with the front two sections because like I said, my hair is already straight, so I really don't have to do too much of the underlayer since, you know, it's already straight. I said that so many times. But I just like to go in here and just get all of these hairs right here that kind of have a little bit of a wave to them. That way they can lay flat on my head. And then I'll take the strands from the back and straighten those. And I make sure to get all of my ends because my ends sometimes dry with like a little bit of a curve to them depending on where they're sitting on my back and stuff. Again, from the roots. And those little clips love to leave dents on my hair, so I'm gonna straighten those out. And usually if I take the time to blow dry my hair before I straighten it, it makes the straightening process a lot easier because then it makes it dry just almost like it's straightened, but not completely. I'm gonna throw on my jeans really quickly because I already have on the top that I'm gonna wear, but I'm gonna show you guys the jeans. Alright guys, so here's the fit. It's just blue jeans. I'm always wearing a jacket because, you know, subconscious, but whatever. I'm probably gonna just throw on Vans again. I'm sorry, but you know, that's what I like to wear. Here's the whole fit. I don't really wear this as like an actual jacket. It's just like a, you know, this green little jacket thing is from Chico's from a long time ago. This top is from Tilly's, and then these jeans are from Hollister. So yeah, I also always get tons of questions about where my rings are from. They're both from Swarovski. This is a little stackable band. This ring also from Swarovski. It's like a flower band, I think is what it's called, but they don't make it anymore. They don't sell it anymore, I guess. I haven't seen it on their website in a long time, but that's where I got that from. My necklace, I get tons of questions about where my necklace is from, and it's from Pandora, the jewelry store. My boyfriend bought this for me for Christmas like 2 years ago. So I just wear it every single day, and it's a little heart. It's cute. Earrings are also just studs from Swarovski. Had those about 2 years too. They've lasted me pretty long. So yeah, that's it for today's Get Ready With Me. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me create this look. If you want, y'all can subscribe, leave a little comment. Let me know what videos you guys want to see down below because I always need new ideas and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and you know, your input, so let me know. As always, there's gonna be some links in the description box for you guys to check out. Different petitions you guys can sign, different organizations you guys can donate to. Please take the time to check it out. I know it's been on, you know, my channel for a few weeks now, but again, like I said, really important stuff, so make sure you guys check that stuff out, please. Thank you guys for watching. I love you so freaking much, and as always, I'll see you in my next video. I love you, and bye.